Hey, Dana here, and welcome to my garage. And what you're looking at is the cover to my soon-to-be smoker. Now, I need to check my vacuum system on the Explorer. And what you're looking at is my homemade system that I am going to make. Now, I know some people using plastic jars, some people using glass jars. I'm going to use one of these. Nice thing about it is it's big, it'll fill with smoke, and I'll have enough smoke to move around. I'll be able to monitor the amount of smoke. You say, well, that's plastic, and any fire you put in there is going to melt it. Well, I've got a couple of these kicking around. You could also use just a regular cover. And now you're going to ask me, well, what are you going to use for smoke? Well, how about using incense triangles? These smoke, they smell good, and should have a good concentration of smoke after a few minutes. And then you're going to say, well, what are you going to use for a pump? Well, I went out the other day and I bought a jumper box, and it has an air compressor. So that should put out enough volume, light volume, to push the smoke out of this and then into the vacuum lines. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. What am I going to use? Well, I've got this brass piece that I put between this and you'd say, well, what do you want? Where would be the best place to hook one? Well, right in here, coming off of your brake booster, and then put it right in there, and then it's going to fill that, and then you'll go ahead and it'll push smoke out through all your vacuum lines, including your including your vape lines out through the fuel system and out to your back by your gas tank. And then you could break it down and do individual vacuum lines depending on which ones you wanna check. So let's go ahead and get this thing built real cheap. Going to use a brass adapter right here. That'll be the outlet. Going to use a valve stem, tire stem, and that'll be your intake. So you're just pushing your air down through, and it's going to push the smoke right back out into wherever you want to put it. Okay, what I did is I'm using a hole drill because I went to use the regular drill and it cracked it. So I'm using a hole making drill, and there we go. There's my your first adapter in it, and I'm getting ready, working on the other one. Like I said, the hole drill will cut it without cracking the plastic. Your regular drill is probably going to do that. All right, now I got to take the tire stem, that puppy through there. That's going to be that whole stem is a 9/16. That worked perfect. Put your tire stem right on through there, and then still got to tighten up on the brass fitting. There's all kinds of ways to make these smokers. So you go on there, it's like 6 or 7 different ways. Even saw one guy, he actually drilled a hole through a glass jar. Now, I won't use a glass jar. You know why? Because I'm clumsy, and I would drop that glass jar and make a real big mess. So I'm using plastic. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our air going in and our air going out. And there you go. There's my jar. If you want to use silicone around there, you can do that. I think I'll take the stem. I'll take the stem out of it. Next thing is just to get some, get enough hose to do what you want to do. These are, that's what I'm calling about hole drills. Work great because your high-speed bits will crack that. All right. So take the tire stem out. Pull that out. Put that on here. Take the pork rind skin. You can get these anywhere. You can use actually any plastic if you want. Just you want to make it so you're not putting any heat on the bottom of that. So what I need to do is I need to get a either I just don't want the heat transferring to the bottom of the plastic, and then going from there. But that should be fine. I don't think you're going to get enough heat through here to melt that plastic. You do have the Maxwell House coffee containers my wife's got, which is a really thick plastic. That would be great. I just like this because it's clear and it's huge, and I'll be able to fill that with smoke, and I'll be able to monitor how much smoke. Once it starts getting thinning out in smoke, then I know I need to stop for a minute and let it build up again. So that's kind of what my goal here. And my little stem remover. Take that out. Okay. We're a booger. Okay, so now I can take that out, and then sweet. All right. I'll be able to get my little air compressor on that, and then we'll go from there. A little bit of leakage around here because this is not clean, but thinking. Get a couple of these incense things. Make your garage smell good. It's cheap, it's simple, smells good. Just for the heck of it, let's see. I want to see how this smells. See what it does to light up. I think I can use the electric thing here. I think that's smoke. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Hey, it smells pretty good though. Okay, I left that. It actually did fire up. I was running around trying to find another thing to light it up, but as you can see how foggy the inside is. Now just an example, just by pushing down. That's going to go into your, into your system, and you should be able to see if you have a leak. I'd like to have a little more stronger than that, so maybe about 2 to 3 of those incense capsules in there. Would probably do the trick. Next thing is just getting your hoses long enough to go into here, and then go from there. I think that'll work pretty good. So we'll wait and see. But there you go. That's your idea. There's your smoker. So all you need is one inlet, one outlet, depending on how you want to use it. You got stuff around the house. You got adapters for your air system. You probably got some old tire stems kicking around. It's totally up to you, but that's a free smoker. Use something like this to go in there, and then you can hook up your hose from your air compressor. Make sure you're able to adjust your pressure though, and then you could use one of these on both sides, because you can get a hose to go over the top of that and lock it down. I just thought it was a good idea to use this because I can hook it up to my tire air compressor and then run it that way. So there you go. Okay, I want to get 5 of those little things in there. We'll see. I get enough smoke going in there. Looking pretty smoky now, huh? Enough smoke now? All right, boys and girls, if you can see right back in there, look at that. I got a freaking big ol' hole in there. What the heck? Ain't that something? Let's kick it in. Look. You see that? Look at that smoke rolling out of there. That's a big ol' hole, ain't it? Ain't you something? Might be the reason it won't run. That's a big old hole. That's not supposed to be there. Oh, my word. So as you can see, that worked out fantastic. And I'm still putting out air. Still putting out smoke. Oh. Who knew? Why is it? What didn't get put in there? It's not in there. Oh, son of a gun. I'll bet you that's gonna solve my whole problem, huh? Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, my hand. I am missing something over on this side. I think that's gonna help. Jeez. Oh, guess what? Big old vacuum leak. Oh man, after all that. So there you go. That was a quick little step. See all that air coming out of that sucker? Wow. Suck that up. Oh, plug that in. Plug it and see if it starts. Jump right out.